I got to buy a GoPro before they go out of business.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you might be running out of time on that. It's not looking good for them.
No, no, it's not. Who do you think would buy a GoPro?
Insta360.
Man, the branding alone.
I mean, they're the most reasonable I can think of that would want it. I mean, maybe DJI, but
if they could,
DJI probably wouldn't want to buy it.
Navigate the branding.
Yeah.
With not the branding, but the whole US.
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. I could see Insta360 buying it.
Unless they did, there's some weird subsidiary DJI that is. Insta360 would make sense.
Mm-hmm. They've really been getting into like the action camera stuff. So
I can't think of anyone else who's trying to like emerge into that market. Maybe Hollyland.
Maybe,
but that doesn't. They seem like they'd be too small.
It doesn't quite fit somehow. I don't know.
Definitely not Sony. Nikon. What if Nikon bought GoPro?
Oh my gosh, I can't picture that. Sony's too busy trying to buy Tamron.
Oh my gosh.
I think that's an actual thing that's like sort of happening.
Yeah, it is an actual thing that's sort of happening. That feels like a real show topic.
It does.
We should put that on there for next week.
We should.
I'm going to do that. Daniel, as I type this out, Sony by Tamron? Question mark? Tamron. Yeah, let's make that 2 words. As previously discussed, bear whales and all.
Bear whales and all.
My cruise to the Alaskan frontier is imminent.
Rapidly approaching.
Rapidly. As fast as a boat. 20,
which is not really
25
that fast.
knots.
For the most part, that's not that fast.
No, not really. I think I could run faster than most boats.
Not on the water.
Not on the water.
Yeah. What about with one of those little bike things? You know what I mean? They're like the little bike that
like those paddle bikes?
Yeah. You think you can do that?
No.
Probably not. Yeah.
Maybe one of those. Probably not that either. I was thinking one of those boards that like is in and out of the water, but like sits above it and
like
you kind
a hydrofoil.
You like pump it or whatever.
Oh yeah, I don't think so. I don't think you're gonna beat a boat on that.
Do you think I could ride one of those and not fall off?
No.
Yeah, me neither. I don't even understand how those things work. It's like, how are you even above the water now?
That's your first problem. Don't know how it works.
The physics are very confusing. Anyway, so I feel like I'm already pretty much settled on the cruise as far as going to bring my X-T5 and my 70-300 with the teleconverter and probably the 23 1.4.
You can't not bring a prime, and you need something wider than the 70.
Exactly.
So I mean, it makes sense.
Whenever I think about like, do I need anything else? I always think about how we went to Japan and I brought only a 23mm lens.
That was really impressive.
And it was not a problem a single time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just very happy with the whole situation. So I'm like, yeah, I can get by with like, I need the telephoto. Gotta have the telephoto. But 23 is just fine. So I don't think I need another lens.
But you probably need at least one more camera.
Yeah, that 100%.
Yeah.
I'd like to first ask though, do I need another lens? Do I need something that goes wider than 23?
I really don't think so. I think you're going to have other good options, besides the X-T5, and I can't picture you needing more than that.
Probably don't need the other zoom.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on what you're going to do. I mean, you're probably going to take it when you go on the excursions and stuff. And so do you feel like you're like a selfie person? Because I feel like that's where you'd really want the wide.
Yeah, I am.
You kind of are.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like I could swing it with the 23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you have pretty long arms.
Won't be as contextual, but I can definitely get 2 people in on a 23mm outstretched.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to stick with that. There was something that reminded me of. What was it, Daniel? What was it? Well, it doesn't matter. So, I can't just bring the one camera, though.
Of course not.
That's the big thing.
Yeah. What kind of camera gear podcaster would you be if you brought one camera?
Just one camera.
Oh, my gosh.
So, as I'm ruminating on this, going into our trip planning, my question here is, what accessory cameras? And accessories do I need? Do I need a tripod? I don't need a tripod.
The only thing you need a tripod for is the time lapse, and I just can't picture you doing that. You're going to be on a moving boat.
But what if I need to get a picture of like a bald eagle? I think all of our excursions are boat related.
Yeah. I mean, and even if they weren't, would you want to take a tripod, like with you? I mean, it seems like a lot.
I should probably bring a dry bag.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Insta360 Luna.
Yeah, that feels
Ultra.
That feels non-negotiable.
Super,
and you could honestly do
obviously.
selfies with that too if you wanted. You
Yeah.
photos with it.
Yeah, that. Gonna get a lot of cool stuff with that. That's easy. But what else?
What else?
Do I bring the Pentax 17? Do I bring my Auto Boy Telequart Zoom? Hymatic AF2?
I do feel like you need a film camera. I feel like a film camera is a better fit for this than the Camp Snap for some reason.
So not the Camp Snap.
Yeah, I don't know.
I could wear the Camp Snap around my neck the entire time.
You
I'm
could
on
be
a
that
cruise,
guy.
Daniel. I mean, I can just look like a tourist the whole
true.
time.
That's true.
I'll wear my inherited khaki Tilly
Mm-hmm.
and a Camp Snap around my neck.
Yep.
And I'll just fit the part.
And you'll just walk around in that half squat position the whole time taking photos.
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Socks up to my knees.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's going to be a vibe for sure.
Mm-hmm. Actually, it's gonna be cold.
So what are you thinking? Are you thinking film or are you thinking Camp Snap?
I'm more of just, I don't know if I need to bring anything besides the Luna and the X-T5.
I mean, you don't. You honestly don't. But you enjoy that stuff so much that it's hard to imagine you not.
Yeah, it's the same question as far as of just like picture surface area. Like how much am I looking to cover?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I should bring the Kodak, my little Easy Share. Just have that in my pocket every so often. Battery doesn't really last on that one. It takes a proprietary charger.
But what's when are you going to use that versus the X-T5?
I don't know. Maybe like don't want to carry the X-T5 around, but I want something smaller to stick in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Something like a GR 3 or 4 could probably be handy.
Yeah, could be.
But I still don't see myself ever really wanting to use one of those.
Yeah. Well, I do have a GR4 if you were to want to borrow it.
Too hard.
Yep.
I feel like the answer is Camp Snack or Camp Snack.
Camp Snack.
Or Pentax 17.
Yeah. Those seem like really good choices to me. Probably just decide based on whether you want to develop the film or not.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I do. Daniel.
You do. You definitely want to.
Definitely want to.
But you are going to be going through airports.
I haven't brought the Hymatic on anything recently. Really since Europe. Mostly because I put those new seals on it and I can't open it. Going through an airport when they say, can you take the film out?
Yep.
And I'm just like, actually, no. Literally impossible.
It's a little suspicious when you refuse to open something at the airport.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't have one of those lead bags.
Mm.
They don't like those, do they?
Probably not. That doesn't feel like something they would like.
Hmm.
I mean, they're probably okay with it if they can see inside it. And, they probably watch you put your thing in it and then.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know.
Well, I feel like I'm no closer to making a decision.
No, I wouldn't think you are. Are you going to take anything else besides the cameras? I don't know what that would be, but
like a Gorilla Pod?
Yeah, I
probably
mean,
can do that.
Other
for sure.
accessories and stuff.
Yeah, I'll bring a Gorilla Pod. I'm going to bring a wrist strap and a neck strap.
Bring like an ND filter or anything?
I should bring a circular polarizer. I never shoot with circular polarizers.
Yeah, but that would be ideal for the, the specific situation where you're, on the water.
Taking pictures of like glaciers or whatever. Do you think I need a glimmer glass filter?
I can't believe you don't already have one.
I've really thought about how I need one, and I don't have one. Are those, how different is a glimmer glass compared to a black mist? I like the way black mist softens things, but sometimes it disperses light in a way that's not wonderful.
I don't know. I feel like we need the Tiffin triangle diffusion right now.
We sure do.
I think it's probably like more glowy and less ND or something, but I don't know for sure.
Higher shadow contrast while adding a sparkling highlight glow, whereas black mist lowers overall contrast for a milkier dreamlike look.
Honestly, that makes the glimmer glass sound pretty good.
So you get a little bit of that, a little bit of glowing in the highlights, which is actually what I'm kind of trying to avoid, without impacting your contrast. Interesting.
I feel like I'd be into that.
I need more filters. More filters. All right, Daniel. That's all I got.
That's all you got.
Let's do this show thing.
Welcome back to the Camera Gear Podcast. I'm Daniel,
And I'm Lucas.
and we're here today to talk about the gear, software, and techniques we use to shoot photos and video. It's going to be a busy summer.
It's already a busy summer.
Yep. It is continuing to be a busy summer.
I feel like somewhere around mid-May, there is a spider rappelling from your ceiling fan. How about that? There it goes.
I can't even see it.
It's like halfway down now. It's working its way to the floor.
Really?
Oh,
Why do I have so many bugs right now?
I don't know.
That's summer, man.
It is summer. We have some orb weavers on our porch,
Really?
and they've been doing a good job.
Good job, spiders.
Catching them boogs.
Yep.
Anyway.
I mean, how big is a spider? Do we need to kill it?
I mean, it's just like a speck.
Just a speck.
We could kill it, but it's just going to catch other bugs.
Oh, I see it now. Okay.
Maybe-
I'm not really that worried about that.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It's just doing its job.
Yeah.
So, sometime in May, I was like looking at my calendar. I'm like, oh boy, I am booked solid from Memorial Day until this like the end of July.
Yep. That's a lot.
Like this coming
It's like
weekend
solid 2 months.
is the first weekend since that May where I'm like, okay, like nothing's
Yeah.
planned.
Finally take
It's
it
like
easy.
one little break,
Yep.
and then the rest of the summer, which is also crazy.
Yep.
And then also now we have someone coming to stay with us this weekend. So
Wow.
JK, no break.
Yep.
Well,
Sometimes
but
life is that way, man. You know? Sometimes it's
what
busy.
what can take a break, Daniel?
Mm.
It's the Camera Gear podcast.
But the people don't want us to take a break.
Yeah, they're ramping up for school.
You think they need a break
If
too?
we're gonna take a summer break, which we did last year and the year before, this is the last opportunity.
It
Honestly,
it does feel like a good time for that.
yeah, because then we're gonna get into the rhythm of the fall.
Yep.
All the releases are gonna come out. There's gonna be way too much to talk about.
Sure.
And the next thing you know, it'll be Camera of the Year 2026.
Oh man, that is coming fast.
Have you been thinking about it?
I haven't. I like to wait until the last possible moment and then just do it based completely on feeling.
Ask me if I've been thinking about it.
Have you been thinking about it?
Daniel, what a silly question.
I know.
Why would you even ask?
You've been making a list and checking it twice.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Okay, so we're taking next week off from the show, and then we'll be back after that.
Correct. 1 week off.
Reasonable.
No episode next week.
Yep.
But the week after that.
Yep.
Easy.
Yep. Sounds good.
And then probably another one in the winter.
I mean, there will be at least one episode between now and then, but you're saying another break.
Yeah, like 1 or 2 breaks a year.
Yeah, I think
That's pretty
fair.
consistent with
Yeah,
the show.
That seems fair.
Okay.
Cool.
Got that out of the way.
Yep.
Daniel, there are 2 topics here that are a holdover from last week where I told you we were going to have 4 episodes on the FX5.
Yep.
And we've had 3. And this is not a full...
this is number 3, I think, isn't it?
What? Well,
This-
there was the rumor one.
Yes.
And then there was the regular one.
Yep. And
And then
here we are.
but then there was the one where we sneak peeked it.
Oh, that's
So this is the 4th one.
right.
So
Okay, this is number 4.
this is number 4. And,
Wow.
But I just want to make sure...
Sony, I mean, we're really doing good with Sony paying us money to mention the FX5 in episodes.
If that's true, you're holding out on me.
So,
Well, so there's 2 topics here that we didn't get to because last episode was literally 2 hours long.
Yes.
For the Patreon version, and this first topic here is that I need to convince you that you need an FX5.
Good luck.
So here we
Not
go.
much of a Sony bro, so let's see what you got.
So Daniel, why not an FX5?
Why not?
I mean,
I don't have any E-mount lenses.
is it really just the lenses, Daniel? Is that the only reason?
No, that's not the only reason.
Look, say you were going to go out. Maybe you guys just got tired of how bad the Panasonic Lumix S1 II is at video.
I mean, how have I not already gotten tired of that so far? It's
just-
such a terrible camera. Nobody likes it.
lack of
Awful.
features,
Awful.
lack of any real codecs, all the magenta shifting. It's just
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah. I mean, my
Terrible.
life is really a sad state of affairs because I'm shooting Lumix.
Look, do you remember when you switched to Lumix?
I do.
You didn't even have to buy lenses. People just
I know.
threw
They're just
lenses
giving
at
me-
you.
Giving me like,
You
that
like-
wouldn't happen if I switched to Sony.
Maybe it would. I'm just saying it was almost profitable for you to switch to Panasonic.
It was.
There's no reason why switching to Sony wouldn't have the same effect.
No, I don't know about that.
Now, if you were going to go out there and buy a new, and maybe you need you're already thinking you need a Pixis 12K,
I am thinking of that.
right?
Yeah.
Because cinema stuff.
Because cinema.
Yeah, like
'Cause
you
cinema.
need more video capabilities.
Yeah.
What does the Pixis 12K do the FX5 can't, Daniel?
I mean, it's got that RGB WW sensor. It's bigger.
But doesn't
It's
read,
bigger.
doesn't read as fast.
That's true.
Who even needs 12K?
Who even needs it? 12K is pretty nice.
I mean, sometimes you don't. Yeah, but Daniel, what if you wanted to shoot compressed codecs?
That is one thing the Pixis doesn't do, but that's what I have my Lumix cameras for.
And shoot RAW. What if you wanted to be able to shoot RAW internal and shoot compressed codecs?
I can do that on the Lumix. Got you on that one. You ProRes RAW internal on the Lumix.
But what if you wanted a real RAW codec?
So something that's not XOCN?
Daniel, you don't want to color grade.
You know, just who wants to? Who wants to color grade?
Like if I was going to name a log or raw profile that had, like, if you're shooting raw, you're going to convert to log anyways. I mean, you shoot an XOCN, you're gonna just convert it over to some slog3 gamma.
Yeah. Yep.
And if you wanted LUTs, do you know what the most supported log profile for LUTs is?
There are a lot of Sony bros out there.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Maybe that would make that a lot easier for you.
You think so? I'm just not
Daniel,
buying it. I'm literally not buying the camera.
What if like imagine yourself using a Pixis 12K. And then you think to yourself, boy, why do I have to focus all by myself?
Yeah. What if I had AI detect autofocus?
What if you wanted a really good autofocus?
What if I wanted a really good IBIS?
And IBIS.
Mm-hmm.
And internal RAW.
And wanted it to be like 4 pounds lighter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Really, I'm not really into any of those things, to be honest with you.
Fine. Okay. Well, Daniel.
Honestly, the main thing for me with the FX5 is that I'm not in that system. If it was a Lumix camera, then, or if I was in Sony, I'd be interested because it does seem like a really good camera. But it's just not, it's not unique enough to be worth switching systems for. That's what I would say.
Wow.
Wow. Honestly, what do you think about this? I feel like one problem the FX5 has is, you know, you think about sometimes, you know, you go on a shoot with people that are not camera gear nerds, and you show up with like a cinema camera, you immediately get more respect, right? Like you pop like a matte box on there, you get lots of respect. I feel like you don't get that with the FX5. It's this tiny little, you know, it looks like a little $400 point and shoot camera.
Well, what if about the screw holes and if you put the microphone thing on there?
It does have screw holes.
It looks closer to a real camera when you put the handle and maybe like stick it in a cage, slap a battery on the back. It does require a little obfuscation in order to get the same amount of street cred. But you're right.
Yeah. I don't know. It's the same.
Is there currently a camera that's out there? And that's probably we know that you feel like is a camera that you would switch systems for if you had a need for it. Something like a C80.
I mean, the C80 I think would be the closest thing to that because I've always found that camera interesting. But I mean, honestly, no, because I feel like I switched to Lumix for the cameras that in L mount, you know, like for the Lumix cameras and for the Pixis. And I don't think the landscape has notably changed since then.
Well, Daniel, it's coming because we have a topic later that may change your mind.
Oh, man.
But I have one more thing on the FX5. And now that I've convinced you that you need one. And that is I have a list of 6 different use cases for video. This is not... Is it conclusive, the word I'm looking for?
Exhaustive.
It's not exhaustive of a list. This is just some varied / possible typical use cases where you may apply an FX5.
Okay.
And I'm going to propose to you 3 other cameras. So that's 4 total cameras.
Okay.
and you need to tell me which of those 4 cameras you would choose for that application.
Wow.
One of the options may be more appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
One of them may be wildly inappropriate.
No, like what kind of inappropriate are we talking?
Like somebody call HR.
Wow.
And one of them
wait to hear
may be really hard to pick between.
Okay.
So you're shooting a wedding recap video.
Okay.
You know, kind of an event, high pressure.
Yeah, but like
Maybe you got to do some audio capture.
but also not quick delivery, probably. Or is it quick delivery?
No, I'll say no.
Yeah. Okay.
You could bring an A7R6. You could bring a Pixis 12K, a Luna Ultra, or an FX5.
Am I only doing video? Do I have other jobs?
I mean, it's wedding recap. I think a lot of things are requested of a wedding photographer / videographer.
Yep.
Rarely are you ever only doing one.
I mean, honestly, I think. Well, I mean, if you can assume you're not doing photo, if you think you're going to have to do photo, I think you have to go with the A7R6 because nothing else in the list is very good at photo. I don't think the FX5 can even take a photo. But otherwise,
It cannot.
I would have to say the FX5 because of the autofocus. I mean, the Pixis could be a good option. Like you get a cool look, but it just doesn't feel. I feel like weddings have too much going on too quickly, and you'd need autofocus to be able to catch up and keep up.
I think the A7R6, being that it seems to have the exact same sensor architecture as the FX5, and is competent as a hybrid video solution, and you also get the high resolution.
It's a good option for sure if you need photos.
Could be a pretty good option.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to shoot a short film now. Real short, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but a film. You could bring your FX5 or Pixis 12K, Red Komodo, GFX 100 the second.
Oh my gosh. That one has to be between the FX5 and the Pixis. I think
You telling me you don't want to shoot it on medium format?
I still just have a hard time taking the GFX 100 seriously as a video camera. I know they want it to be one so bad, but it just doesn't feel like that to me. And I feel like the Red is a lot to deal with.
More so than a Pixis?
I think so. I think, you need more rigging and stuff to make it work. Everything's really expensive. The media is expensive. I think the Pixis is, maybe a little bit lower budget, which I think for most short films is desirable. I think both the FX5 and the Pixis would require rigging. I don't know. I think I'm leaning toward the Pixis just because I think the unique sensor is a plus, and not having IBIS is a plus. And we just had a really good experience shooting on ours for doing that kind of stuff. And so somehow that feels like a better choice, but I think the FX5 could also be good for that.
To me, it comes down to accessories. If you have to do anything that's SDI out, if you need to do any sort of like time code or director monitor or a dual monitor setup where you need to be able to control this one and view this one as like live outputs off of it. Yeah, I think the Pixis is just going to be better suited for that sort of thing. But if it's higher speed stuff where you need a faster reading sensor, or you're maybe going to use like a documentary, maybe the FX5
could make sense. Yeah.
Sorry, what was your pick there?
I think I was going for the Pixis.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe you're a social media.
Maybe you're a social media guy.
You're maybe you are like an Instagram boyfriend. Maybe you are working.
Sometimes.
Feel it. Maybe you're working for, I don't know, some sort of PR firm. You just do social media. Yeah. You can choose between the FX5, the Canon C50, Nikon ZR, or an S1 II.
Wow. Interesting options there. You left off the Luna Ultra, which could have been perfect for that.
It could have been.
But it's not on the list. Just not on the list.
This isn't a vlog, Daniel. This is social media.
Yeah.
You got to capture a lot of stuff.
The C50 has some good features for that with the because it can do the thing where you can shoot like vertical and horizontal at the same time. That's a really useful feature for that, I feel like.
I don't know if all of these can do open gate. I think the ZR can't. Is that right?
I don't know why the ZR feels less interesting to me for this one. I don't really think I have a good reason for that, but I feel like I'm more like the C50 just seems more made for that kind of work, I guess. The S1 II, though, I think out of what you said, I think the S1 II is probably the best photo camera. And that might be advantageous because when you do social media, it's not only video.
True. So you're going to pick this one too?
I think so.
You crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What would you pick? Yeah,
this one too.
Exactly.
You're going to shoot interviews. You got 3 cameras you're going to set up.
Can't picture it.
All the same camera. Yeah, it never happens. You can shoot an interview, mix some stuff together, get a little B-roll. You could use an XH2S, an S1R2. I should say the camera brands. I don't know if everyone actually knows these by default.
Yeah, probably not.
Well, I'm probably losing a lot of people now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
A Fujifilm XH2S, a Panasonic Lumix S1R2, a Canon R6 Mark III,
okay,
or a Sony FX5.
You got a lot of good options there, I feel like.
Sure do.
Yeah.
We all know which one's the best option.
Yeah, you're going to say XH2S because of the open gate.
Camera of the year 2024, Daniel. 2023? 2022.
I feel like I don't know enough about. I mean, I know that the R6 Mark III is a really good camera, a really good hybrid camera, but
2022.
I'm just not sure what makes the R6 Mark III stand out for this. When we've done interviews, open gate is nice for being able to do like a vertical crop. I can also see high resolution being nice because you can get a wider shot and then you can do like a crop in to get something closer. I don't know what the story is on the R6 Mark III and the FX5 as far as time code. I know the FX5 has like a time.
It's like USB-C, and you have to adapt it.
What's nice about the XH2S and the S1R2 is they support the Bluetooth time code, which is really nice.
Pretty clutch.
Yeah, pretty clutch. Man, I'm having a hard time picking between those, honestly. I think, I have an S1R2, so like I'm tempted to give it to that because that's kind of like what I've chosen to use for that sort of setup. But I don't know if I have a strong enough reason to do that. I feel like it's tied for me between the XH2S and the S1R2.
Yeah, I think maybe it depends upon lens availability and lighting for that sort of setup and how much you have to pack it in.
Yeah.
I would probably split it between the FX5 and the XH2S, honestly.
Really?
But that's just me.
You like that open gate?
I'm a bit of a Fuji guy.
Yeah, a little bit. Nobody knew that about you, so it's a good thing you shared that.
Yep. Okay, Daniel, you're going to shoot a broadcast.
A broadcast.
You got to do live video. You got to pull live video off these things. And without blacking out the screen in 4K. You could use an FX5. A GFX, Fujifilm GFX Eterna. A Blackmagic Ursa G2. Did I get that right?
I think so. That is an actual camera.
Or a Red Raptor. V-Raptor, sorry.
Oh my gosh. We have seen a V-Raptor setup for live broadcast. It seemed like a pretty slick setup. It also seemed really expensive. So I feel like that's what it's going to come down to. I have to give it to the Ursa though, because we've been using Ursas, in a broadcast context every single week for over 6 years now.
Yeah, that's true.
And those cameras have never failed.
Rock solid.
Absolutely no problems. No, nothing's ever like frozen up or, broken or anything.
Yeah. Only issues I've had are user error.
And I just can't imagine trusting any casual camera the same way. Like even something like an FX5, I feel like is just not made for that. And so sure, maybe you can plug an HDMI in and, figure out something to work. But like we have SDI plugged into those things and they're just so solid. So I think the V-Raptor would probably be a good solution if you had all of the associated accessories and infrastructure and stuff. Because I think Red's pretty reliable too. But the Blackmagic to me is proven, and they have so many accessories where you can get broadcast monitors and focus pull things and stuff. And it just seems like that's it's just made for that stuff.
If we're comparing at a price point, the Ursa will fall in a similar price point as the FX5, which makes it the most honest comparison.
Yeah.
Whereas the V-Raptor would probably have maybe the most capabilities.
Yeah, but it's also going to be five times as expensive.
5 times as expensive. So Daniel picks the Ursa.
Yeah. What do you think?
I think the Ursa is the right call if you're considering price point, but V-Raptor if you have unlimited budget.
Yeah.
I think thus far, I have one more to go. Wedding Recap is the only time you've picked the FX5. So it's only for wedding.
Yeah, only
videographers.
Really only for weddings. Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
Yep.
Last one is vlogging. Maybe you're real into shooting them vlogs, pointing that camera at
Real.
turn that camera around.
Yep. Flip that puppy around.
Pointing at the real star of the show.
Oh my gosh.
Luna Ultra again. I just have one, so I can't stop bringing it up. PowerShot V1, Canon PowerShot V1.
Mm-hmm.
Sony ZV-E10 or the FX5.
Luna Ultra. Absolutely the Luna Ultra.
It would kill for vlogging. It would.
The ergonomics of using it, so much better. Like holding that thing in your hands, way easier than holding a camera. You don't look quite as ridiculous, and you get the wireless remote thing. So if you wanted to do a shot where, get me walking down a path or whatever, you can do that. You can have it track you. I don't see how you pick anything other than the Luna Ultra for that.
Okay, so just one more question here. I've listed a lot of cameras at you, and you probably don't remember all of them. But how would you rank in that list for the FX5 mouthfeel?
Mouthfeel. Man, the FX5's got some sharp edges. You did mention PowerShot V1, which is, we've already decided that's at the top. Yep,
that's number 2 in mouthfeel, right behind the eyelets for the wandered strap.
Yeah, you're right.
But that's not a camera. So exclusively cameras, mouthfeel.
Yep.
PowerShot V1.
I think the Pixis and the V-Raptor are not realistic choices because they're too big.
They're too big.
Yeah,
too big.
Like you'd have to unhinge your jaw like a snake to get that in your mouth.
Very hard.
Ursa, is also a really large camera.
It'd be quite difficult.
Canon honestly is like pretty strong on this because their cameras have very flowy lines.
It's very ergonomic.
The R6 Mark III, I think, is probably like right up there with the PowerShot V1.
Yeah, I can feel that. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
You can feel that
with my mouth.
The Lumix, you mentioned the S1 II and the S1R2, which have the same body. They're more ergonomic than an FX5, but they're still a little blocky. So
yeah,
not feeling great.
Nothing about
those.
that really strikes me as sticking in my mouth.
What do you think of the Luna though?
I could go either way. Like I kind of want to hold it like a cigar, but also it just doesn't quite appeal to me in that way.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
It looks too much like Wall-E or something.
Oh yeah, that would be weird.
Yeah,
people definitely wonder what you're up to if you're doing that.
Yeah,
much less normal than putting a PowerShot V1 in.
You can anamorphize it a little more than you can a PowerShot V1.
Yeah, that's a little uncomfortable.
Whereas a PowerShot V1's like, is that a donut?
Mm-hmm. We did also mention the Sony A7R6.
We did,
and that's Sony cameras are a little bit smaller, so advantage there. But Sony cameras usually aren't very rounded.
So like based upon a lot of what we're talking about here, I mean the FX5 sounds like it's maybe above the cinema cameras, but still pretty low on the list.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, all this together, I feel like the FX5 is good at a lot of things, but looking at some of and a lot of the categories you have are like more casual work. Like you only have the one short film as like a like a more.
Yeah, I didn't do like documentary.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
and like documentary FX5 would probably be great. I feel like it's like good enough at a lot of the stuff, but I'm just thinking if I'm doing social media, I don't want a $5,000 cinema camera. Like I want something that's a lot cheaper and probably like more user friendly. I'm
surprised it didn't win for like corporate interview setups.
Yeah, could be good for that. It's just expensive though. I mean, I don't know. Like, do you really feel like you get that much more than you do out of a XH2S that's half the price? And
that's the problem, right? Mm-hmm. Is if you're doing that sort of thing, something like a Nikon ZR, an S1R2, an R6 III, maybe for less money are probably going to be just as good.
Yeah, and then you can have two cameras instead of one, which way rather have that.
Yeah, the second angle is going to be way more valuable than whatever you're going to get out of the FX5.
Yeah.
It's tricky, right? It's like it's a very interesting whatever cinema camera, but for that money in the short film category, you're contending with the Pixis 12K. And for a lot of these other ones, you're contending with cheaper options or more specific things like a PowerShot V1 or a Luna Ultra. And I mean, wedding recap makes a lot of sense, but then it's like, are you doing hybrid video?
Yeah.
And now it's off the table.
Yeah. Like the only way it makes sense for a wedding recap is if you're the videographer and your job is not to shoot photos, then maybe.
It's just funny to me that I think it's probably top 5 camera option for all of these categories, except for broadcast. It's not on the list for that one.
Yeah.
But also, there's just so many good cameras out there that it's like, man, a tough market for FX5.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people don't just do one of these things. So, maybe if you're doing a lot of variety of things, it makes more sense. But
Yeah.
You know, if it's the camera you have, then you could use it for vlogging, but it's be a weird choice if you're buying a vlogging camera.
Maybe. All right, Daniel. Let's move on to the next topic. Do you want to take a break before we do that?
I guess we should. If you'd like to support the Camera Gear podcast, you can subscribe to us on Patreon. It's only $3 a month, and you'll get early access to episodes, longer pre-shows, and occasional bonus content like written reviews of gear or maybe some photos we've taken on one of our recent adventures. This really does help us pay the bills and keeps this show running, and we'd love to have your support. You can find out more at patreon.com/cameragearpodcast, or there's also a link in the description for this episode. Thanks for listening, and now back to the show.
I lost my notes.
Lost your notes.
There it is. Okay, Daniel. What I've been waiting for this whole episode, and has been teased one time. Uno Taimo.
Uno Taimo.
On one of those Japanese inventory sites from Fujifilm, they have discontinued the X-T5.
Big step.
There is discussion that there will be a release of the X-T6 an announcement of the X-T6 on September 3rd.
Yeah, I mean, and those rumors seem pretty confident. It doesn't seem like it may be coming soon. I feel like they're pretty certain it's coming soon.
I believe, was it Fuji or was it Sony who made camera announcements on the same day as the Apple event last year?
I can't remember. I think it was Sony.
Was it Sony?
Yeah. Weird choice.
I think they just line it up on purpose. There's supposedly going to be a touch and try with B&H in New York on September 8th.
Wow. That's pretty soon after.
It's just right around the corner.
Yep. Have you booked your flight?
Yes. No.
What if you did? What if you flew in for the touch thing? If Fuji's listening to this show and would like for us to come touch an X-T6, our bodies are ready.
I will be there. I will put it in my mouth.
Yep. We'll see how it ranks in the list of mouthfeel for cameras.
Bring it on.
Yep.
Let's do it.
You're ready for it.
100%.
All right, Fuji, call us.
So
have your people call our people.
There was like a mega leak or whatever. And
I hate when that happens, you know?
Especially in your pipes.
Yeah, it's really expensive.
Very much so. And it was all just like garbage. There's been so much AI slop around the X-T6 rumor situation.
Really?
That
like pictures or what kind of slop?
Yeah, just like somebody generated some sort of list of possible features,
specs.
And then that got picked up by the robot videos on YouTube, and that got propagated, and so it's like someone made a thing up.
Now we've got an AI rumor mill.
Yeah, something got picked up over here, and then it got spread out.
That's really interesting.
It's like whenever your Roomba runs over the dog poop.
Oh man, yeah, you have one point of origin, and then the crap just spreads.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the perfect metaphor.
Yeah, it really is.
So trying to break through the rumors here, there's actually not a lot here, but maybe a little bit to talk about. One, it's coming. X-T6, Daniel.
Yeah. That by itself is enough to keep you from sleeping well for the next month.
It's causing me personally a lot of distress.
Now, is this like intestinal distress, or like what kind of distress are we looking at here?
It's all of it. It's all three. All three kinds.
Full body experience.
Yeah, full body distress.
Okay.
And we'll talk. I mean,
we don't really need to talk about that part further, but maybe you could talk about that on your own time.
I bought the XH2S the moment it came out.
You did. Actually, no, you didn't. Actually, I bought it the moment it came out.
Valid point.
Yep.
I pre-ordered it.
Yep.
It just never. And then you got two of them before I got one, and then I had to cancel it anyways. Whatever.
Yep.
Point is, Daniel, I feel like I've gotten that is the one product that I've bought in the last 5-10 years. Not 10 years, probably 6 years, whatever, 5 years, where I feel like I've really got to use like the full life of this product through its cycle.
I mean, we use those cameras a ton.
I think it's still competitive with modern cameras now. I think it's starting to show a little bit of its age.
Yeah.
But I think it's still a competitive camera. It's cost more than $2,000 used.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And like it's just, it's going strong. And I'm like, boy, I bought that camera in 2022.
Yeah. Wild.
Awesome.
Yep. Wobbly screen and all.
And I have an X-T5.
Yeah.
If an X-T6 comes out, if I stay in Fujifilm, I'd be tempted to want to buy this camera immediately so that I could have it for the same like full lifespan as I did the X-H2S.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I do that with all kinds of stuff. You know, if I want to get a new iPhone, I want to get it the day it comes out.
Yeah.
Because I want to have the maximum time of being the newest thing.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It's just kind of, technology. And so this is why I have a lot of consternation. Constipation?
Yes, that too.
On my part is I don't know if I'm
I mean, you don't know what your camera feature is.
Yeah, I don't know what camera feature is. Yeah. I have to decide before the X-T6 comes out.
Whoa. That's pretty intimidating.
It is. It sure is.
Are we going to need to figure that out live on air today?
Well, I mean, it's part of it. We're going to get to the rumors, but this is definitely a huge part of it. Because I've pretty much made up my mind that we have to buy Pixis. Like we it's
really just a matter of when.
Yeah, it was just we're waiting on timing.
Yeah.
But that's just going to happen. So like, there's going to be a Pixis.
Yep.
It's like we're having a baby, Daniel. There's going to be a Pixis. It's coming. Just a few more months.
Yeah. You got to prepare the nursery.
Yep, they'll deliver one right here.
Oh my gosh.
And
you would probably swaddle it like a baby and carry it around like a baby.
That's how you get the best footage.
I could imagine those things happening.
That is a videographer technique.
Yes, it is.
The old swaddle and shoot. Now, that'll be an L mount.
Obviously.
Hence my problem.
Yes.
So, back to the X-T6 rumors here. One of the rumors is that it's going to have a 40 megapixel partially stacked sensor.
Because the current one is, it's 40 megapixels, but it's not stacked.
It's 40 megapixels. Not stacked. It's a little slow for video. You can shoot video on the X-T5.
Yeah.
I wouldn't spend a lot of time doing it.
I mean, for one thing, it has a crop in 4K 60, right?
Right.
Which is, you wouldn't get that on a faster sensor.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, the X-H2S was great at video, but that was fully stacked. It seems like
it's 26 megapixels.
Yeah, it's 26 megapixels. Most of these cameras or camera companies have decided that let's do partial, and that kind of gives us the perfect balance of cost for stacked and versus like speed.
You still get a high megapixel count, but get enough speed.
So I feel like a partially stacked 40 megapixel sensor makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think that because it's APS-C, smaller, my gut says similar to R6 Mark III performance, because that's like a 30 megapixel. That's not stacked. It's not stacked at all, but like what they're doing with the CMOS, or like the A7 Vive with that one's fully stacked, right?
I can't remember.
Can't remember. Let's go to Z6 Mark III.
Yeah.
That one's partially stacked.
Yep.
S1, 2 partially stacked. And those get like really decent readouts. So those are like 24 megapixels. I feel like comparatively, we're probably going to be in a similar ballpark as far as capability. So should be able to get most of those video features out of it. X-T5 took a step back from the video features.
It did, yeah.
So other than like good photo burst rates, which would be a good reason to have partially stacked, maybe dynamic range features, maybe like you're doing the 2-image, like high dynamic range multi-stack type feature. I see a lot of that stuff coming out of getting speed for it. But one of these rumors is that it's going to be able to shoot 8K.
Oh.
And that, to me, raises the question, are they going to recombine the XH and XT line?
Yeah, I mean, I think that is the question, because right now the XT is obviously like, I don't know, 60, 70% photo, 30, 40% video. It's not a 50-50. And that's probably okay because they have the XH stuff. But yeah, I think it is. I'm curious whether they would do that or not, because it does kind of feel like Fuji likes having fewer options rather than more. But I don't know. They've been pretty successful with having XT and XH.
They've been condensing their recently.
Yeah, it does seem that way.
The XH2 was forever between XH1 and XH2, and we thought that because XH1 came out before the XT3, and the XH2 came out like 2 months basically alongside of the XT5.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
So it's kind of questionable there on like, do they even want to do it? A lot of people kept asking for it, but you could see an argument for having a quote unquote professional style body. That's not
Yeah.
like the retro dial design. And they did that by having like an XH2 version and an XT5 version. So like maybe we're looking at the possibility of whatever an XT5 is.
Yeah.
There's an XH2 that's just a different body style with the exact same configuration.
Could be.
I could see Fuji doing that. I feel like an XH2 or an XH3S just isn't going to be in the cards.
Yeah.
Unless they make an Eterna style XH camera.
Yeah, that's kind of how
XF
I feel
camera.
about it too. Like now that they've kind of gotten into the cinema stuff, if they were going to do that, just kind of lean into it, make an XF Eterna.
Yeah. So that's kind of my question is, do we see whatever the XT5 is as like, maybe we got two different body styles, kind of as classic Fuji fashion, but that X-Trans 6 stack of like sensor processor combo that ends up in a lot of stuff.
I could see that. I could see them doing retro versus PSAM, you know, but like pretty similar performance between them.
Yeah. So I guess we're going to see what happens there. I know that there was a lot of concern from the Fuji crowd whenever the X-T4 tried to combo the line. Like they went up in video specs, added a flippy screen, didn't do tilty screen, added IBIS, and it was just like bigger. And they kind of like moved away from what the X-T3 and the X-T2 were.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that turned some people off, but then other people were probably like, this is great. I can get a XT camera that's still good at video. So.
Yeah, for sure. So I guess we're going to see. We'll see if they try to merge the lines again.
Yeah. What do you think you would prefer as a, you know, theoretical buyer of an XT6? Would you rather see it be 50-50 or do you like it being more photo oriented?
I like it being more photo oriented. I like the XH2S and how it, with the, you know, multiple custom dials and all that sort of stuff. I like that configuration for video more than the XT series for video. I've got real used to shooting like the XT3 for video, but it's just not like the way that the dials work. I think is not really copacetic with quickly moving between photo and video.
Right. Yeah, the custom modes are great for video too.
Yeah. So I would hope to see something that's more video body style and let that be its own thing.
I think that's fair.
And then let the XT6 not even be 50-50 hybrid. Like let it lean.
Okay.
Let it be more like an R6 geez, you can do it, Lucas. A Sony A7R6. Let it be like that. Where it's like
70%.
Yeah,
photo.
it's more photo.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think that's fair. What do you think the price is going to be?
I feel like it's going to be more than $2,000.
Yeah.
I think that this XT5 released at $1,700 or $1,800.
Yeah, but prices have gone up so much since then.
Rumors are looking like $2,200 to $2,400, and that feels about right.
I hate that cameras have gotten that expensive, but that probably feels fair for like their flagship photo camera.
It has to be less than a Canon R6 Mark III. I could see it costing the same as the Z6 Mark III.
Which is
Nikon.
like low 2000s.
Like $2,200 on sale.
Yeah.
So XH2 XH line, maybe dead, maybe not. Don't know what they're going to do about photo. It's supposedly the IBIS is going to get better in this camera, which that was like the big thing with the XT5 was that they made the IBIS so small it was like remarkable or something. But supposedly...
I'm sure we remarked on it.
We sure did.
Yeah.
Supposedly like 8 stops of IBIS for the XT6. I think the big thing that they're talking about is autofocus. So like in the interviews with Fuji, there's been a lot of talk of we've kind of pushed what we can as far as the software side, and we're really hardware limited now on our autofocus capability. I don't know anything about how they program those things. And so they're saying that in order to take the next leap forward, which they desperately need to take a leap forward in autofocus.
Yeah, they do. They're very much behind, like Sony, for example.
The X-Trans or the X Processor 6, I guess is what they'll probably call it. Maybe they'll have AI in it or something. Maybe the X AI Processor 6.
They need some AI in it.
Yeah, they sure do. They got to put that branding in there. Supposedly, this will be the next big leap in autofocus. Supposedly.
Well, I'd love to see them do that. You know, I mean, I found myself wishing the XH2S had better autofocus. So, you know, it'd be great.
Yep. The last big rumor is that they're going to change the battery again.
Oh, really?
Supposedly an MPW255 instead of a 235.
So just like a little bit more capacity? Or?
A little more like, I think it was like 30% more capacity or
That's
something
funny
like that.
because the XH2S battery feels like it lasts a pretty long time.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good battery. But I mean, new processor, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
My hope would be that they fit it within the same physical size.
Oh, so you like the same charger or something?
It'd be nice if you could like keep the same battery going. But I've been on record saying, if you got to change the battery and just leave the other one behind.
Yeah.
I stand by that. Like, if they got to change the battery,
Yeah.
Just change the
Yeah, if
battery.
that gives them better performance in the camera and like keeps the size reasonable and stuff, like go for it.
Though I was annoyed last time around that they still use the old, what it was, the MP2 something, 135,
And 126.
126. Yeah. Good job.
I know.
Nailed it.
I know.
They still put that in cameras. Like that's
Yeah.
in the X-T30 Mark III.
Yeah, they need to let that thing go, man.
Hopefully this will help them move on.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's kind of like the short of the roundup. It's just like better autofocus, maybe a partially stacked sensor, could have a flippy screen instead of a tilty screen. Fingers crossed that it's tilty and flippy, but we'll see.
Do you feel like you're like excited about this?
The X-T6?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
I mean, because it just seems like there's no rumor here that we're just like, oh man, like they've got to do that. You know, like it's going to be so cool if they do that. Like what stands out to you about this?
An improvement in autofocus. And I think it's the features. Like if they
You're like, it's actually just all the specs. Just everything, you know.
If the partially stacked sensor brings the ability to do like a multi-stitched photo, because like you can do that now. You can take take a bunch of photos and then bring it into the software and do a big like high megapixel photo, but you can't do it in camera. Like I think it's like whatever Olympus and Panasonic are like the only ones. If they could bring something like that, that's like made possible.
You feel like that's a feature you'd be interested in?
Yeah, I do. If it was in camera,
yeah,
because I have it now, but I'm never.
It has to be in camera.
Has to be in camera. If they brought like the high dynamic range mode, because like Fuji has the DR 100, 200, 400, but if they did the whole, dual gain pipeline thing that
would be
like
cool.
Sony and Panasonic and Nikon are doing,
that would be cool.
That would be very interesting to me because I like the small size that you can get out of an APS-C camera, but if I could get lower noise in the shadows and more dynamic range in that same package, that'd be great.
For sure.
So things like that, and plus like the better autofocus,
yeah,
are appeal to me. I'd be curious to see if they change the body design. I'm not looking for them to make huge changes because I don't even know what you would do to make the XT line better.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't really see any short, but the only thing would be the tilt flip screen, which is not really a body.
Yeah, but their screen design I think could improve.
Yeah.
Like the ribbon cable, whenever you pull the tilty screen out, boy, that thing shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
It's just asking. I've never torn one, but it's asking to be torn.
Having the tilt flip is really, really nice.
Yeah. So I think there's some improvement to be had in their screen articulating technologies.
Yeah.
And then I think there's rumor that it could have like an OLED viewfinder, EVF. And like a better EVF is always welcome.
Sure.
But that's like, okay, yeah, you just made it better.
Yeah. Yeah, not a whole lot to talk about.
It's the kind of thing where it's like, if this is my main camera, I want like all the good stuff.
Sure. Makes sense. We'll see what they come out with, I guess.
I guess we'll see.
Not have that long to wait.
Just right around the corner.
Right around the corner. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. It remains to be seen if you'll ever be able to buy one.
Who knows?
With the way Fuji is with their stocking, but we will see.
Yes, we will. I mean, I feel like I'm going to have to pre-order it no matter what,
yeah.
and then I can decide after that.
Yeah, that's kind of how it goes.
So, I have all these Fuji lenses.
You do.
And there's going to be a Pixis.
Yep. Pixis is coming.
Pixis
sometime in the next 9 months.
The Stork is going to bring it in.
Yep.
Raises the question. Should my next, whatever, pro camera be whatever I want it to be? Or should it be L mount?
I don't feel like it needs to be, personally. I feel like on the Pixis, you're going to use the PL mount lenses and, maybe, I'm sure occasionally we'd use, a zoom or, or something, but it really feels like you're buying this $5,000 cinema camera. If you really need a 24-70, just buy one for it, and have that. And I don't think that necessarily has to inform your entire camera setup. So I feel like what you would want for photo and for walking around is just so different than what you would want for a cinema camera.
I think I agree. I do think that there's a matter of my professional camera and my personal camera.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing is do I split those concepts?
Yeah. Because you do still do photos at events and stuff, and you use a camera in a professional capacity for photo.
Yep.
And so that's an interesting question: is would you want to have two cameras for that?
It's tough because I do think there's times when I would want to travel with like the pro camera or whatever, and the APS-C size travels very well.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to be able to bring that 70 to 300 and the 23 in like I could probably fit those into the extra small camera cube.
Yeah.
From
Bringing
Peak
a
Design.
70 to 300 full frame lens would be brutal.
Yeah, totally brutal. Or whatever the equivalent. I guess the equivalent of that would be a 100 to 400 or something.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be huge.
Yeah, it'd be enormous. There's like no way.
Like half your luggage.
Exactly. So I think there's a huge advantage there to it being sticking in the Fuji system. But for like everything else, having full frame and all this sort of stuff, I feel like it would open up a lot of possibilities for me.
It would.
But then it's like, okay, am I going to switch systems? Do I need to switch to Lumix or an L mount system?
Right.
Or should I entertain the concept of something like an R6 Mark III or a Z6 Mark III?
You could become a Sony bro. You could become a Nikon bro.
Well, it was Canon R6 Mark III.
Yep.
But then I wondered, what if I went like up market
To what?
and consider something like a Canon R5 Mark II or a Sony A7 R6?
It is really interesting that Canon and Sony have kind of like another tier of cameras past what you can get with Fuji or Lumix,
but aren't like the top tier. Like I don't want to spend whatever $6,500 on like a Canon R1.
It doesn't feel like you need that.
Or like a Nikon Z9.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily need that. But there's like the R8 and the Nikon Z8, which is a little old at this point. If there was a Z8 Mark II, this would be in the conversation, Daniel.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's like the Canon R5 Mark II and the Sony A7 R6.
It's an interesting thought. You get the high megapixel, maybe some like better autofocus and etc. And still not a ridiculous price to pay.
If I had an A7 R6, I would be very tempted to also own an A7 CR.
Yeah, for more compact travel.
You can get those used for like $200.
Yeah, I can see that for you.
I can see it for me too, Daniel.
And Sony lenses are smaller. They're pretty compact.
There's a lot of options. Like I could get some compact lenses.
Yeah. You could also go past full frame.
I could. For a personal camera, buying an A7 R6 and a lens is more expensive than just buying a GFX 100 RF.
Really interesting thought there.
It sure is, Daniel.
What gets me about the GFX 100 RF is I have such a hard time picturing you being able to get by with just a single lens.
But Daniel, it just crops like crazy.
It just crops in. Yeah.
I could do GFX 100 RF for, call it 60% of the personal photography that I do with my Fuji. But it's that other 40% where I would want range, I would want options, and then it's like, okay, now I'm having to, it's like, do I bring the GFX and this other camera?
You're bringing two cameras. You're buying two cameras. It's hard to justify spending all that money on GFX 100 RF when it can't fulfill all of your personal needs.
It's tricky. It begs itself to be an accessory camera.
Yeah.
But one that can, step more into the role of your primary camera.
Right.
So that one's tough because it's like, maybe I just stay all Fuji, right? Keep the X-T5 and buy a GFX 100 RF and whatever. And but then everyone's like, why am I even doing that? I could just use X-T5.
Yeah.
This is tough, Daniel.
It is tough.
Maybe I should just stop buying cameras. I think that's the answer.
As if that's going to happen.
It's like,
as if that's even possible.
Do I even need to do any of this?
Do you ever even need a camera?
Look, like you buy the Pixis. If I don't have to have, I don't know. The whole point is like, if I don't switch to L mount, like, what if I just stayed where I am?
You could. There's nothing forcing you to make that decision.
Nothing's making me switch systems, Daniel. Yeah. But it does feel like I'm at an inflection point.
Do you feel like there's an advantage to use switching to the Lumix, like in terms of lenses?
I think that Lightroom has never figured out how to deal with X-Trans and Fuji RAW files.
Yeah.
And certain things like sharpening and noise reduction just don't work as good comparatively to other RAW files.
Yeah.
And for that reason, not alone, but as a predominating factor, I am tempted to move away from Fuji.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Did you ever think you would say those words?
Yeah, it did.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
You saw it coming.
We all have to go to full frame one day, Daniel.
Yeah. Eventually, you just need that full frame look.
Dear Lord.
I don't really think having to switch systems is that big of a deal. I mean, you'll lose some money on your lenses, but you won't lose everything on the lenses. And I don't know. It just feels to me like life is too short to be like, well, I can't get this camera I really want because I have lenses of the other type.
Mm-hmm. I do think that if I did, sell all my Fuji stuff, like maybe get like a X100 6 or something, or maybe I wait till the X100 7 comes out. Get that one.
I could see that. It might scratch your Fuji itch of doing the
And
film
then I can
simulations.
just have that.
Yeah.
That would be super groovy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can have like my S1R Mark II or something.
I mean, that is a reasonable way to do it, because I think that the X100 whatever scratches a little bit of the same itch of the GFX 100 RF, but in a much cheaper and smaller package.
I like how fat the Canon lenses are.
This feels like good in the hand.
I just like how fat they look. I don't know. It's like they don't. A lot of these, like especially the Sony stuff, it tapers at the base.
Yeah.
Going into the camera, whereas the Canon lenses look like a cankle. Just
real into that.
There's no taper, just straight into the body.
Yes.
And I mean, it looks like a Canon. And for that reason, I feel like an R6 Mark III would be a great choice for me.
I've always liked the ergonomics of Canon cameras better than just about any other brand.
Me too.
Whether you're putting it in your mouth or holding it in your hand,
Either one.
Yeah.
Very ergonomical.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel like I'm no closer to making a decision here.
No, I don't think you are.
And if I don't make a decision, I'm going to pre-order an X-T6.
Yeah.
It's just going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you do that, it's going to reset your timer another, 3 years or something. So
Woof.
we'll see what happens.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll do like a trade-up program.
I don't see that happening. Think about how popular Fuji stuff is. You really think they need to do anything like that to sell cameras?
Probably sell my XT. When that comes out, I could probably sell my XT5 for like $1,200, right?
I would bet you could.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if I need to sell my XH2S before that gets announced.
You probably should, Daniel.
Yeah.
Well, I'm surprised you haven't done it already.
I'm surprised too.
Chop.
Yeah. There was this time where you're like, oh, you can't sell it because we might need it to shoot a video.
Well, Daniel, but that's been like months ago.
Yeah, that's true.
I've released you.
Yeah, it has been a while.
It's just been a busy summer.
It has. It's been a very busy summer.
All right, Daniel. I got one more topic for you.
Okay.
And we'll this one hopefully not too long.
Yeah.
We shot our first wedding.
We did.
We did it.
Not something I expected us to ever do, and here we are.
What did you think? Huh?
Man, yeah. You and I have shot a lot of events, and I feel like it was still kind of the thing, the issues I expected in terms of you're only going to ever get one chance to get it right, and things happen faster than you expect, and you don't necessarily have like a perfect idea of what's happening when. And for those reasons, it was a little chaotic.
A little bit. I do think that the nature of this wedding was
particularly chaotic.
Yes. I was somehow quarterbacking some of the wedding from behind the camera. Fixing the music as someone's walking down the aisle.
A lot going on for you.
A lot of stuff happening. I feel like the whole thing went really, really well.
No, it did. It definitely did. I just feel like from the photography and videography standpoint, you were obviously splitting your time a little bit. And, I mean, it's not a, I think we would do better in the future, and we would have done better with like more prep than what was reasonable to do for this.
I've started going through the photos. Pretty happy so far.
Good.
I did have to do a lot of brushing up on posing and typical like poses for couples for weddings.
Well, and like family, big group people. Yeah, that's like a whole separate skill that you and I don't ever, because when we do event stuff, it's almost all candid. Yep. And we don't really do posed things. And people that do that, it's like they're spending a lot of time learning stuff that you and I never really touched.
Getting every permutation of all the family members it's just literally impossible.
Yeah.
Because they just like, you can try to think of every single one, and then there's going to be one that you didn't get.
That's what AI is for.
Isn't it?
Yes.
I guess it is, probably. I do think I got better at the posing thing. Like, you get the people in there, and then it's like, hey, you need to be more behind this person, and like turn your body 30 degrees.
Yeah.
And that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it was hot.
It was real hot.
Outside, August. It's like 95 degrees.
Yep. I mean, the events started around 5:30 p.m. Obviously, you were outside a bunch before that, kind of like making, walking the grounds, making sure everything was ready. So you were like already hot at that point. And even at 7 when the ceremony was, it was still pretty warm outside.
I have never really felt like, even when we shot the Big Bend Road Race, I've never really felt like my camera was going to overheat in that way. But like when we were shooting a post ceremony, taking all the photos of the bridegroom and the party, I was like, is it going to happen? Is my X-T5 going to overheat? It was the hottest I have ever felt that camera.
Yeah.
Because I'm shooting burst, right?
Yeah.
Like for everything that we're shooting, I'm just cranking out at least 3 photos of every single pose, all the stuff at the ceremony. I mean, burning through whatever 300-400 shots just through that section of the event.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy. I was a little worried towards the end there. It survived. It did fine. If you need to shoot a wedding outside with a Fuji X-T5 in 95-degree weather, you can definitely do that for an hour and it'll be okay.
Good to know.
Probably.
Yeah. We were being a little careful with the overheating thing though, in terms of like we shot some video on the Luna Ultras and we basically figured out our angles and then took them inside until we were like right before the shoot.
That was the thing that we learned from doing that music video in July a couple of years ago. It was like, where can we put the cameras? Do we need to bring coolers and take them out last minute?
Well, to be fair with us with that shoot, we didn't have anything overheat, but I think it's because we planned ahead on that.
Yeah, we did. It's your equipment could get heat soaked.
Yeah,
right. It's like you want to start off on the right
and
foot.
Once it gets that hot, if you're in 100-degree weather, it's not going to cool down.
No,
like that's the problem. Is it gets hot and it stays hot. So yeah, I kind of have to think about that.
So I think that I have a few things that maybe I kind of learned going through this. But curious if you had anything that went right or went wrong or any other takeaways.
One thing I wanted to have a way to carry a second lens with me. I have a bag for that, but I didn't bring it on this, and I should have because, especially something like that, the events are kind of spread out a little bit, in various locations, and I was having a hard time figuring out where to put my bag to be able to go back to. And that's something that when we normally shoot events, it's a little easier to figure out, like what's reasonable. But for something like this, it's like you really don't want to be in the wrong place with the wrong lens, or the right place with the wrong lens. And so I wish I had had a way to easily carry like a second lens with me. What
lenses did you choose for the reception and for the ceremony?
I brought with me the 24-70, 70-200, and 85. I didn't use the 85 at all. I used the 24-70 for most of the reception stuff because a lot of that was honestly in close quarters and needed to be able to get some shots closer up. I used the 70-200 for the ceremony because you want to kind of stay out of the way and stuff. And at that point, I was just focusing on the bride and groom.
I feel like if I was in the Sony ecosystem, if I had like a 28-70 and a 50-140, I'd be one happy camper. Because that's like basically the range that I shot in.
Yeah.
I shot the entire ceremony on my 50-140.
Okay.
Which is like a 70-200 equivalent. And I shot all of the post-wedding stuff on my 56-1.2, which is like an 85. That one, if it was like a different situation and maybe like less rushed and more planned, I would have mixed maybe like the 23 and the 56, or maybe shot a few on the 75.
Okay.
Like if we're in full frame terms, I would want a 50 and an 85 for all those shots.
Yeah.
Instead of just shooting on the 85. I've gotten a lot of work out of the 56.
Really?
I've shot a family reunion, a memorial, and now a wedding on that lens, which sits on my shelf half the time. And
that's funny.
Boy, I've really worked the heck out of that one.
It's hard to go wrong with an 85.
It's slowly becoming one of my favorites. So it's kind of interesting how you kind of go through ebbs and flows.
Yeah, like different seasons of what lens you're using.
I sold that 80mm macro, and then I had to do detail shots.
It would have been real nice to have that for doing those ring shots, wouldn't it?
Yep. And so the 16mm 1.4, which they still haven't refreshed to put a linear motor in Fuji, as a 1:4 macro reproduction.
Yeah.
And that was kind of cool to be able to get some like wide but also detail shots.
Yeah.
And we brought out the flash because I'm like shooting it outside on a stump and like all the shadows because it wasn't golden or anything yet. It's like, how do I do this? And finally, I haven't used that flash in like 8 months. But you like some of those flash photo macro shots on the 16.
Those come out pretty good.
Freaking incredible.
Yeah.
Like some of my favorite shots. Like I got one of like the boots with the rings and it's just It's so perfect.
Great. Yeah.
Ugh.
It's funny how stuff like a macro, you're like, well, when am I ever going to use this? And then literally it's just like, well, something came up. Sure would have been nice to have.
I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
But like with the photos that I got with the 16, I'm like, you know what? Selling the macro and buying the 7300 was the right call.
Yeah.
And I'll probably feel that way again whenever I go on that cruise.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm like really into flash macro photography on wide angle lenses. It's just now like my new whatever Vice.
Yeah, have to do some more experimentation with
I'm
that.
just doing flash macro on everything.
Flash macro.
That's what I call it.
Mm-hmm.
Flash macro. Let's see. I think that my shot list, like I made a shot list. I feel like having a better way to reference that would have been nice.
Yeah,
like,
because you showed it to me and I was like, cool. I mean, good to look at, but I didn't have a way to look at it during the thing, and you didn't either, I guess.
I wish I had it like written on my arm.
There you go.
One of the tips I saw was for poses. Like if you're trying to remember like what poses to do, find all the ones you like, take a picture of it with your camera, and then whenever you're doing the stuff, it's the first thing on your SD card, right?
Like that's a good idea.
You'll be like, you clear the card, take the photos, and then whenever you hit like preview, you just click to the right to go back to the front.
Now that's clever.
Yeah, and then you can like make sure you got all the poses.
Yeah.
And they don't know that you're looking at your phone or like checking your notes.
Yeah.
Because you're just looking at the back of the camera.
Oh, that's really clever.
It sure is. So I didn't do that, but I was like, boy, if I was more prepared.
Yep.
So that was my takeaway. Is like I could have done things to be a little more prepared. Otherwise, like, I don't know. I think it went well.
I feel like it went pretty well. Do you feel like you were in the right spot to get most of the shots you want to get?
I was, yeah, for the most part. I was surprised at how well I stepped up into the photographer role. I mean, like, we've been doing this a long time, Daniel. Like, I'm not like new to taking photos.
Yeah.
And I know like what makes a good photo and like what makes it look good. It's just posing people has been kind of new to me.
Yeah, and like that, like controlling that situation too, and being like, okay, stand here, move here, do this. Like that's not what we do as much.
Yeah, like I've never really been in a situation where I'm not like when I take pictures of my wife, I feel like she's doing me a favor.
It's usually against her will.
yeah, that.
Not in like a weird way. But just in like a, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, it's. I feel like she's doing me a favor. Whereas in this situation, like I'm not getting paid.
Yeah.
I'm doing them a favor.
Yeah.
And it like enabled me to be the bossiest version of myself. And people were just listening to me and doing whatever I said.
Because they want good pictures,
And it was like, okay, I don't need to like be concerned or worried about really like, okay, try this and like maybe that's going to work or whatever.
Being polite isn't really the right call in that situation.
Yeah, it's just like I just slid into like being the commanding photographer mode, and I'm like, turn here, put that hand here, don't do that, do this, try to make them laugh, ready to go. Blah, blah, blah.
Don't put that hand there.
Yeah, don't put that hand there.
Save that for later.
And like I was proud of myself in, I guess, just being able to do that and not regressing into being like embarrassed to tell people what to do.
Like timid about it. Yeah, interesting.
And like I feel like it really helps the dynamic with those sorts of things of like they're kind of expecting you to be in charge.
Yeah, and like projecting confidence and stuff.
Exactly. And like if you just do it, that'll then give you the confidence to keep doing it.
Yeah, that's true.
I was happy with that. I think there's probably shots that I didn't get, but I mean I'm not going to know until I go through like all the photos.
Right.
But overall, positive experience.
Yeah, fun to do. Still don't feel like I want to do weddings regularly.
Am I ready to be hired to do a wedding? Yeah. I would say no.
Yeah.
No, I would like one or two free ones under my belt, and even then, seems like a lot of work.
Doing free ones is a good way to learn, for sure.
Yeah, sure is. Last thing here, I know we probably got to get out of here. Have you used the AI culling in Lightroom Classic?
I have not. I've seen that it exists, but I've not used it.
We have some photos to edit, and in addition to the wedding ones.
Thinking about trying it?
And I'm wondering if I should try the AI culling.
I mean, it could be interesting to see. That stuff's got to be getting better and better. And a lot of times, like honestly, all I really want that to do is it sees 10 photos in a row that are very similar, pick out the best one. Pick the one where everybody's smiling and their eyes are all open. That would save a lot.
A lot of AI photo workflow stuff that I just like I haven't really dug into because like it hasn't been something that I'm not like shooting weddings or whatever. Like we're doing some photo editing for people, but it's like I don't know. I haven't really found the thing where I'm like, oh, I just have to do this.
Yeah.
I learned about one. I watched a lot of wedding YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Obviously,
in preparation for this.
There's like a number of these, but there's one that's like Imagine that you can like after you cull it. So I guess maybe use like the Lightroom or whatever. You cull your photos, and it's gonna like charge you, I guess, per photo or something. I have no idea. That's why I haven't like actually looked into it, but you can like train it or teach it what your photos are supposed to look like.
Oh.
And it can go through and like auto straighten. It'll do like all your base edits. It'll like auto straighten, white balance, and then taking a stab at your look and like pre-edit all your photos for you.
Oh, cool.
To like get you to an even closer starting point or something.
Yeah, even if it's fixing the exposure and stuff, that'd be pretty helpful.
So helping with like batch editing or whatever.
Try some of that stuff out.
Yeah, it's something that I haven't really messed with at all because like most of the time I just want to like edit my photos.
Yeah. It's like in the moment, if it's faster to just do it. But if you set something like that up, it could save you time.
I've been like recently gearing more towards just pulling the RAWs and not pulling the JPEGs off my camera, which traditionally I haven't done.
Yeah, big step.
And like doing an edit and then exporting the edited files into my library instead of pulling the JPEGs into my library and having to swap out with the edits. I'm like, let's just not put them in the library until we get to the final version. So
interesting.
I've started leaning more in that direction, and I wonder if any of these AI tools
might make it more reasonable to use them.
So
maybe something for a future episode.
Yeah, something to look into and maybe talk about.
Yeah.
So see what AI.
There was one that I found too that I thought was interesting. I don't remember what it was called, but it's called Aftershoot. That's one we should look at too.
Yeah,
there's a couple of different ones.
Cool. Well, let's try some of those out. Maybe I'll use some of those to get through all my Alaska photos. That'd be like a probably pretty good use.
Yeah,
and go from there.
Yeah. Cool. So like we said, next week we're off and we'll be back after that. That's it for the show today. Thanks for joining us. And if you liked it, tell a friend so they can check it out too. You can find out more about the show at www.cameragearpodcast.com, and you can find us on Twitter @CameraGearPod. We'll be back with more next week.